What happens when you stop checking your phone first thing in the morning and an hour before you go to bed? So we're going to talk about that, and I'll try my best to break that all into four segments. Let's start with a simple question. What is the very first voice that speaks into your life every morning when you wake up? Is it your own thoughts, your values, your purpose, or is it your phone? What is the first thing that you do? Do you check your phone? For most people today, before their feet touches the floor, before a single deep breath, before a moment of gratitude, the phone is already in their hands. We all are guilty. And at night, the last thing they see before closing their eyes, before closing, before retiring for the day, shutting their eyes, isn't peace. It isn't silence. It's a glowing screen. That is how we end our day. Now, let's talk about what actually happens when we change just these two habits. No phone first thing in the morning, no phone in no phone an hour before you go to bed. Let's focus on that today in this video. Nothing extreme, nothing expensive. There is a plane. Nothing expensive, just boundaries. Part number one. The so let's call this part one. The morning. Who owns your first thought? Who owns it? Let's talk about that. When we wake up, our brain is in a highly suggestible state. Cortisol, the hormone that helps us wake up, is naturally rising in the morning. Our nervous system is transitioning from rest to alertness. This moment is powerful. But when we grab our phone immediately after we wake up, here's what happens. We hand our own control of our nervous system. We invite other people's urgency into our body. We trigger stress before we have even started the day. Emails, news, messages, notifications, none of them are natural. Each one tells us our brains react now. So instead of beginning the day with intention, we begin with a reaction. Now let's flip the script, shall we? What happens when we don't check our phones in the morning? The first thing we notice space, silence. And at first, that silence feels uncomfortable because we are not used to being alone with our own thoughts. But then something incredible happens. Our breathing slows, our thoughts organize, our nervous system stabilizes. We start the day responding, not reacting. We remember who we are, what matters today, what actually needs our energy. Even 5 minutes without the phone in the morning can reduce our anxiety, improve focus, improve decision making, improve emotional regulation. This is not motivational talk, friends. This is plain simple biology. Let's talk about part two. The night you are the night you feed before you go to bed. Now let's talk about that. The hour before bed is when your body is preparing for repair, healing, and memory consolidation. But when we scroll at night, we do three dangerous things at once. Number one, we suppress melatonin with blue light. Number two, we stimulate the brain with endless information. Number three, we emotionally charge the nervous system. That means even if we fall asleep, we don't sleep deeply because we have stimulated our brain. And poor sleep doesn't stay in the bedroom. It follows us into mood, hormones, appetite, focus. Also, it goes all the way into our relationships. Now imagine removing the phone 1 hour before bed, just 1 hour. What happens when we put the phone down at night? At first, the mind resets because the phone isn't just the device anymore. It becomes a distraction, a comfort, a dopamine loop. But once we move past that resistance, the body takes over. Melatonin rises naturally. The nervous system downshifts. That was my daughter behind. I didn't realize that she's in the background. The nervous system downshift. Thought slows down. Sleep becomes deeper. People report falling asleep faster, waking up less at night, more vivid dreams, better morning. Sleep becomes more restorative, not just unconsciousness. Part number 3, I would call it part 3, the compound effect, morning plus night. Here's where it gets powerful. When we protect both ends of our day, morning without the phone, night without the phone, something shifts at the identity level. We stop being overstimulated. We stop being reactive. We start being present. Our nervous system finally gets a break. And when the nervous system calms down, hormone regulates, digestion improves, sleep deepens, emotional resilience increases. This is the foundation of a holistic health, friends. No supplements, no hacks, no trends, no fads, just boundaries, pure boundaries. Part number 4. So part 4, why this matters more than ever. We are entering into a world of artificial intelligence, constant stimulation, infinite content, endless noise. And here's the truth, friends, the future won't belong to the most connected people. It will belong to the most clear-minded people. Those who can think clearly, focus deeply, sleep soundly, stay emotionally grounded. Future will belong to those people. Phones are powerful tools, but tools must be used, not allowed to use us. I'll close with this. In closing, a simple challenge. So here's a simple invitation. Not forever, not perfectly. Just try this for 5 days. No phones for first 30 minutes of the morning. No phones for 1 hour before you go to bed. Replace it with silence, prayer, or gratitude. Do journaling, reading, gentle stretching, deep breathing, and observe, not force, what changes. Because once we experience clarity, we don't want to go back to that chaos. And remember this, the phone doesn't need boundaries, we do. Friends, I'm going to end the video here, that if you can do one thing, take your control back. We have become slave to our phones. Phone knows everything about us. So friends, this is my request to you. Take your life seriously. God has given you this beautiful life. Live it for yourself, live it for others. And I wish you a very healthy life. This is Manjeet with Healthcare Heroes, and I'll catch you in the next video.